I'm working at home and just got an alert from one of the local managers in my network that it's running over the secondary outband network. So I'm going to log in from home to my Uplogix Control Center. Looks like one of these having a problem. You can see where it hasn't been contacted for 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Usually takes about 3 minutes from the time that it detects a problem until it brings up its secondary network connection. And there it is. So notice it now has a new IP address. That's a carrier NAT connection it gets from AT&T. It's going to be building a reverse SSH tunnel, so it comes across publicly routable internet in this case, connects to this Uplogix Control Center over SSH, and then I'm going to get into it by tunneling back across that SSH connection. So we can drill in here and see a few things. We've got a router, a couple of switches, got a few active alarms we might drill into to see what the problem might be. Looks like it's having a problem with its NTP server and it's failing to connect to the Pulse server, and reverse SSH is not connected, but I think that's connecting. So I can click on the now it's connected. I also see that I have an Ethernet connection locally, so I know that my local connection to my management switch is in place. And I know that it last heartbeated just a second ago out of band. A couple of the things I can see here is I've got current temperature and humidity, so I don't think maybe it's a environmental problem. And I don't see any alarms about power. So when I click on my SSH tab, it's basically going to launch an installed Windows app. Notice it's been out of band for 2 minutes. I look and see that most of my devices seem to be okay, so I might want to look in on my router. Maybe look at its syslog, and I see that my IPSLA tracker is showing its neighbors down on the tunnel interface. I might go log into it, see if I can figure out what's wrong. Notice it logs me out first. It was logged in with a functional user ID, and it always makes sure that it logs out so that I can log in with my own functional ID or my own user ID. I see that my layer 2 interfaces are all up. But my primary tunnel interface is up down. So I might want to look at my upstream routes. Looks like my upstream router is seeming to have a problem. So I might do a few tasks like running the clear interface command. See if I can resync MII. Try my ping again. Might try the next first level recovery task. Looks like my tunnel interface came back up. Oh, there it works. Yep, and now my PSLA timers are working. There we go. Oh, it looks like it's back up and routing. So now I'm going to log out of the port. Notice it logs me out of my enabled user login. It's going to log back in with its functional user account, pull the running configuration, and make sure I didn't make any changes. And if it did, it's going to mention those to me on the way out. I also would have optionally the ability to roll that back. So I've been out of band on this LTE connection for 7 minutes. I got an email that told me there was a problem. I could sit down very easily and log in through my control center, a single point, more like a jump host, into this box from anywhere in the world. Try some simple troubleshooting tasks, take a few recovery actions, and resolve the problem. And now go back to my working from home.